there, everybody. It's good to see you on. Yeah, I said I was running late, and it's actually, what, about 16 minutes? I'm sorry about that. Gwen says it's all good. Thank you very much. You're very accommodating on that. I appreciate it. And saying hello. All right, so hey, Maylee, nice to see you on. Welcome, welcome. For move 35, I did fix the error. And yeah, apparently what I'd done is somewhere along the way, I had gotten off by one. So instead of being like 1, 2, 3, 4 as I worked my way through it, like 1, 2, 3, and then I started again at 1. So once I backed up far enough to realize I'd done that, it all came back out. So right side, we're going to exchange 1, 3, 5, and 7, 13, 17, and 19. Sheds 1 and 8 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 1, 3, and 15. Sheds 2 and 6 are reversed. All right, let's bring this back up here. So you can see I'm still alive. Actually, that was probably insensitive. I apologize for that. Gwen says, hey to Maylee, and Maylee says, hey to Gwen, how are you? Part of the reason I was running so late is because I was having trouble moving around. It's taking me quite a bit to go up and down stairs, and that's getting kind of frustrating. So, all right, so we're going to exchange 1, 3, 5, and 7, 13, 17, and 19 on the right. Alrighty. I turned off monetization tonight. Let's see, 1, 2, and I'm not really planning on talking about Jeff or Dr. Moo too much. Oops, bumped one over there. Let's see where that one went tonight, mainly because if I start thinking or talking about too much, I'm going to have a hard time like saying anything at all because apparently it's been hitting me pretty hard. All right, so 3, 4. Along with my own health issues that I'm kind of scared about. 5, 6, and 7. I'm apparently a lot more emotional than I would normally expect to be. And so I figured since I really don't have a whole lot I can do that would be essentially a new take on it or something that people have been hearing from people who are able to deal with this better than I have been, I figured I would just do a regular braiding stream, but welcome everybody who wants to be here to just share the space. All right, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I thank everybody who's coming by and doing that. And 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17, 18, and 19. Alrighty. And sheds 1 and 8 are reversed, so actually I'm going to have to move this a bit over here, which actually will let me... Yeah. There we go. Now I can see a little bit better. I was having a little trouble seeing where I was in the pattern. So I apologize for the color distortion here. All right, so 1 on the top, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on the bottom. And 8 on the top. And 9, 10, and 11 on the bottom. Check something good. Since this braid is just about done, all right, so bottom, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on top, and 8 on the bottom, and 9, 10, and 11. I don't really have the next design ready to go. I am going ahead and I picked up or ordered another micro off-brand Lego blocks This time it's going to be the Taj Mahal. I am going to, let's see, 1, 3, and 15 on the left. All right, so 1, 2. So it's going to arrive tomorrow, and in my spare time, I am going to sort out the blocks ahead of time so that I don't have to, like, keep hunting for them, and gonna do a few other things to hopefully get things fixed a little bit better. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And any creators who do Lego type stuff are more than welcome to join me when I do that over the break. And we had another one dive to the floor because the knot came untied. I don't know why I'm having such issue with knots this time around. I don't know if it's just drier or what, but all right, let's see. Let's get this pulled nice and even. Make sure we get all of the threads. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put like a little dab of super glue on this one so it doesn't come apart, just in case this one, it's just been this one that's been, I've been having issues with. I think I mentioned, just a second here. I think I mentioned I've seen the rheumatologist, and she said my strength was pretty good, even though I can definitely tell I've had quite a significant drop. I guess I just haven't dropped to the level where it's noticeable to somebody other than me when I like grab a hold of something. But pretty much most of the time to open a factory sealed soda bottle, I've got to use pliers. If I'm careful, I don't. Why am I not getting this? I think it's just because I'm holding it the wrong angle. I'm not getting this knot tied. Let's set this over here. And of course, I throw it to the floor. Let's set that over here. Hopefully that will go a little easier. Anyway, yeah, I have to open a factory sealed soda bottle with a pair of pliers most of the time. Sometimes I can open it myself if I like wedge it between my palm and the rest of my fingers and brace it against my body. The way I described to the doctor is that like a week and a half before I had come in to see her, when I get my allergy shots, they're on like the 3rd floor of the building. And since I've been feeling better, I've been like taking the stairs instead of the elevator, which I tried to do before just for, health stuff. But I actually, for a while, have been like jogging up the steps because, hey, I can do it and it feels good. And I don't get too out of breath. And it kind of lets me know that I'm doing all right. And I had allergy shots again this Wednesday. And I was stopped moving relatively quickly up the stairs. I mean, not jogging, just, trying to move quickly up the stairs by about step 5. And by the time I got to the top, I was like bracing myself against the handrail and just kind of, and that went through and fell. Let's see, let's fix this and try that again. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But yeah, I was very slow by the top and bracing it, and it's kind of been like that at home now. So I got to kind of like make sure that I don't go up and downstairs too often, or I just get too tired out. And that's been part of what has been slowing me down. All right, there we go. All right, so that was all of them, and now it sheds 2 and 5. So 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3 and 4 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the top, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Check thumb is good. But yeah, I constable today, so I had to, I'd previously taken down my uniform so I wouldn't wake up Mrs. Torin, and then I had to like bring it back up after she headed out for bowling tonight, and that was taking a lot out of me. And it's like, yeah, okay. For a second, I lost track of where I was, and it's like, that doesn't look right. Of course, it doesn't look right. I'm not done with the move yet. All right, so 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 3 and 4 on the top, and 3, 4, 5 on the bottom, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Checksum is good. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, knowing where I am. Anyway, yeah, Mrs. Torin going bowling, and me needing to bring things back upstairs. So that was kind of dealing with that. All right, so we are ready for the next. Oh, let's try this again. We are ready for the next move. I'm supposed to click on that, not the other thing that removes it from the studio. All right, and on to move 36. On the right, we're still going to exchange 1, 3, 5, and 7, but that's it. And sheds 1 and 6 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 1, 3, and 17. Sheds 2 and 8 are reversed. Let me catch up with chat real quick here. Melee is saying, how are you, Torn? I didn't see that, but it looks like I've answered a lot of that. Emotionally, I'm kind of rough, but physically, I'm even worse. And the appointment anyway, the rheumatologist, what I was trying to say was the rheumatologist wants me to see the neurologist because she really doesn't know what's going on specifically and would like neurology to take a look into it before starting to get into invasive tests and stuff like that, as in, muscle biopsies and whatnot. So the next appointment for the neurologist is in March, though I am on the standby list, so I don't know when I'm going to get seen next. We have a backup plan. If things get bad, I start taking like steroids, but we want to try and avoid that so that we can diagnose what's going on. But I'd rather not be back in the hospital. And Gwendolyn says, I'm doing okay. I'm still coughing. Been coughing since November 29th. I hope you're doing okay. I don't know if I tended to cough a lot on stream before, but since I've been taking the steroid for my lungs for the apparent asthma that I have, that manifests as a cough, I've been doing pretty good. Though if I occasionally get like a bout of coughing, I've got a rescue inhaler, and I took that right before coming up. I also seem to have noticed that my voice is sounding a little bit hoarser, a little more vocal fry, and I think that's due to the steroid, but it could just be me. And Melee says, rough week with DEFCON? Yes, definitely. And Gwen says, escapee, and I think that's all the chats for now. Let me do a quick check over on Rumble. And looks like we got just me over there. Let me bump it to live. Okay. Yep, we're definitely there. And make sure I'm on mute there. Don't want to accidentally have like a weird feedback thing going on. Excuse me. I have already set up the redirect for Friday Night Frenzy. So, and while I'm thinking about it real quick, there are two things I want to show you folks. I don't know how popular it is in other parts of the country, but in my area around here, there is a soda called Birch Beer, and it comes in multiple colors. Let's see here. It's a little hard to see, but this is essentially the red one. It's closest to like root beer, or kind of close. There's also one that looks brown that's a little more root beerish. And then there's like a clear one. And they're kind of like a more wintergreeny version of root beer. I like it quite a bit. but I don't really buy it anymore because I've tried to stay away from sodas. But this was left over from our Thanksgiving dinner, and I figured I might as well finish it off. But the main thing I wanted to show you is my roommate, the one who taught me like silversmithing and whatnot, was trying to do a Peruvian Marodai braid. And she wanted me to point this out to you folks, how sometimes it's really hard to get nice, even, consistent braid tensioning and whatnot. So I'm gonna, let's see, I'll bring this over here so you can see this better. Let's see, how are we doing for focus? There we go. Anyway, this is supposed to be a consistent pattern, but as you can see, it got confused a little bit, and it's not exactly the same pattern. And there's a bit of like unevenness in the thread tension and whatnot. And she wanted to, since I'm her student in a lot of stuff, wanted to point out how I have really developed my skill in this art. So this is kind of essentially what the pattern is supposed to look like. As you can see, well, actually, this may be where this looks more like the pattern, but something happened along here. Pattern got changed around a bit, and really learning your braid structure does help with that. But since you wanted me to share that with you, I figured I would do that. I do have to say, though, that she has fantastic attention to detail, and I think it's more some of the health issues she's been having as opposed to any lack of skill on her part or aptitude. All right, that. Ooh. All right, wasn't normally intending to mess with that. All right, let's try this. All right, there we go. Now we got it. Okay. All right, and okay, I hope the chat hasn't frozen. All right, so we're going to exchange 1, 3, 5, and 7 on the right. One, two, and I'm not sure if I want to do the block, off-brand Lego build 3, 4 on this channel or on the new gaming channel. I haven't really done much gaming on it. My ADD is not cooperating very well. 5, 6, and 7. My next appointment with a doctor that can deal with my medication, prescribe my medication, is in February. So, all right, and sheds 1 and 6 reverse, so 1 on the top, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. All right, so 1 on the top, and 2, 3. Keep snagging on it here. Right, so 1 on the top, and 2, 3, 4 on the bottom, and 5 on the top, and nope, 1 on the top, 2, 3, and I am going to do a little bit of this real quick. Gwen says that looks better than what I've ever done on my practice foam donut thing. I will say that if you do get to be able to do it on a Marodai, it will definitely allow you to be a lot better with it. It takes just a little bit of getting used to, and everybody that I've switched over from foam disc to Marodai has a much better experience very quickly. All right, okay, sorry. Let's try this again. All right, so 1 and 6. So 1 on the top, and 2, 3, 4, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Check something's good. And bottom, and 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 on top. Checksum is good. And I forgot to super glue that one. Oh well. I'm sure it'll fall off again and I'll have another chance to do it. All right, left side, 1, 3, and 17. So I think I mentioned that I'd rewatched the Overlord series, 1, 2. My roommate decided she did not want to watch it with me because she's not really all that big of a fan of anime, which I can understand. It's not for everybody. All right, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And after I watched the series, I started getting the light novels on Audible. And I thought there were 16 books, and they are, but the next one's not going to be available till January, and the 16th is not going to be available until, like, I think April or May. So I'm glad that there's still new stuff coming out, but I thought that the 4th season was out like a couple of years ago, and it covers up to like stuff at the very end of the book I just finished. So, all right, so sheds 2 and 8 are reversed, so 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the top, and 9, 10, and 11 on the bottom. Checksum is good. The new movie covers the stuff in, so I finished up book 14, and books 12 and 13 cover most of the stuff that's in the new movie that's come out, which I still haven't managed to watch yet. 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the bottom, and 9, 10, and 11 on the top. Checksum is good. And I've got to double check in here because I'm not sure if I did at 7 or 8 the last time around, or on the bottom half of those moves. And let's see, does it look right? Yeah, I think we got it. Yeah, it doesn't look irregular, so I think we did that. All right, now it's coma slide time. Oh, and forgot to call the place back, but it looks like we've scheduled a time for Mrs. Torrens' car's engine to be replaced, so hopefully that will happen before the engine actually goes out, and we don't have to pay more money on that. But it looks like it's we were able to swing it without too much horrible stuff going on with that. And there we go. That's the right way to do that. And we're going to move on to 37. And on the right, we're going to exchange 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 15, and 17. Shed 1 is reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange Tama's 1, 3, and 9. Sheds 2 and 6 are reversed. There we go. And let me see. And Melee says, I finally finished my commission and giving it tomorrow to the person. Congratulations. I hope that goes very well for you. It's always fun for me when I'm able to hand something over in person. And Gwen says, I don't think the instructions say anything about a weight. Yeah, the foam discs don't really need it. A lot of people use like these little plastic things that you can wrap thread around. I also see them used for like solder wick braid as well. They're basically soft plastic, and people tend to wrap their thread around it, and that kind of works as a weight. But the on the foam discs, the foam itself is supposed to hold tension, so you don't actually need weights on it. But sometimes weights can help, especially as the disc wears out a little bit. Melee says, woohoo, congrats. I'll agree with that. Melee says, thank you, Gwen. And Gwen says, you're welcome. And Gwen says, accomplishments have to be celebrated. And Gwen says, Torn, that's good news about Mrs. Torn's car. Yep. It's still running, and hopefully it will continue to run until we get the engine replaced. All right, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 15, and 17. Oop, I forgot to do a little bit on the take-up reel. And, yep, got everything else moved up. Okay. All right, so... Yeah, 1, 2. So when I get a chance, I'm going to try and see that. I believe it's on at least one streaming service that we have at current point. So 3, 4, and 5, 6. And 7, 8, 9, 10. Anyway, when I'm done tonight, and send you folks over to Rob and Ian on Friday Night Frenzy. And that was 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, and 17. I'm going to head down to the basement, and now that I've got the proper extension cord that I couldn't find anywhere last night, I'll get it plugged in and hopefully get things set up. I've got a thing I need to open or need to print so that one of my coworkers' father can open contain, like Tupperware containers that he can't open currently. All right, shed 1 is reversed and the rest are normal. So 1 on the top, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And I need to get that done by Monday, so I figure if I can get it set up and running tonight, I can get the slicer configured for it tomorrow. And 1 on the bottom, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Check some looks good. And I should be able to get it printed out before Monday because it's a relatively simple print. It's basically kind of like an enclosed box with a little bit of stuff on the edges. Should be fairly simple. I'm going to be using PETG, which is a fairly decent filament to print in. So I'm not expecting any problems there. So 1, 3, and 9. And then I'll have the printer up and running again. I can start doing stuff with that. 1, 2. The nice thing about that is I can start it and let it go. The only thing I'm worried about is how well I can get it leveled out. I know they talk about leveling 3D printers, but that's a different process than what I'm talking about. The whole machine is off. Leveling is where they try and get the bed to be perpendicular to the printer's building pattern. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And the printer I have has a fixed bed, and it uses the controller to map out the surface to a high detail before it starts printing. Well, you don't have to do it every time, but every so often, just to do it in case you've had any distortion on the build plate. And the printer itself adjusts the height that it's printing at for the first few layers so that it can keep a nice consistent base to your build and then continue on up. All right, sheds 2 and 6 are reversed. So 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3, 4, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That sum is good. And 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 3, 4, 5 on the top, and let me just double check that. So that was 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and 3, 4 on the bottom, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Let's see. Yep, that's good. Okay. All right, so 1 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 3, 4, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Check thumb is good. Just about to the bottom of the scales. And then it should start getting a little easier after that as complexity for the patterning goes down a bit. All right, and we are ready for the next move. On to 38. On the right, we're going to exchange 1, 3, 5, and 7. Sheds 1 and 7 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 1 and 13. Sheds 1, 2, 4, and 6 are reversed. All right, there we go. And let me catch up real quick here. All right. Okay, I think that's what it is. And hey, Philip Martin, nice to see you on. We were just talking about 3D printing. So hello. And Gwen says hello, Philip Martin. And Gwen says, please hit that like button. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Mary says, hey, Philip Martin, how are you? And Philip says, could be better, could be worse. How about everybody else? I'm having health issues, and I think everybody here is feeling fairly emotional over Jeff's passing and Dr. Moo passing as well. All right, and okay, I think that was could be better, could be worse. Yep, there we go. And Philip Millie says, Philip Martin, not the best, but we got to keep going. All right, and yes, I did show the move. All right, so 1, 3, 5, and 7 on the right. Yes. All right, so 1, 2. 3, 4. 5, 6, and 7. Oh, and I did finally email Rob the story of how I, on our, it was our first anniversary, I got Mrs. Torrin a divorce lawyer. All right, sheds 1 and 7 are reversed. I think I've told that story here to everybody that's on here, but Rob had not heard it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, and 7 on the top, and 8, 9, 10, and 11. And given his like face palm reaction when he read the super chat about that, I figured I had to at least tell him the story. All right, so and 1 on the bottom, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the top, and 7 on the bottom, and 8, 9, 10, and 11. Checksum is good. And I stumbled across a new anime that I've been seeing like little shorts of on YouTube Shorts that I figured I would be seeing where I can track it down to watch it. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. I forget the exact title. I wrote it down. And I'm not sure I could pronounce the name, but it's Freeren or something like that. Story of a very powerful elf mage um, who picks up an apprentice, and I haven't really gotten much in the story beyond that. But apparently, the elf mage is fairly even keeled, kind of like semi out of it, but is also probably like one of the strongest mages in this world. And people don't expect that. And things don't turn out exactly as they would expect. All right, so she has 1, 2, 4, and 6 reverse. So 1 and 2 on the top, and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, and 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Checksum is good, but the animation isn't too bad, and it seems to be kind of dry, snarky type humor, which is something I enjoy at times. So, right, so 1 and 2 on the bottom, and 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, and 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 on the top. Checksum is good. There we go. Well, at least I don't seem to be having too much interference in my braiding ability, which is good. All right, and we are ready for the next move. On to 39. On the right, we are going to exchange 5 and 7, and 13, 15, and 19. Sheds 1, 2, 5, 7, and 9 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 5, 11, and 13, and sheds 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9 are reversed. All right, there we go. Let me catch up. Let's see. And Gwen says, I love that story about me hiring a divorce attorney for Mrs. Torrin on our first anniversary. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If anybody here has not heard that story, I'm more than happy to tell it again. And 5, 6, and oh, okay, yeah, it's good. Just looked weird to me for a second. And there goes another one. 7. All right, I'm just going to fix this one here and try and remember that I was on 7. Where did that Tama roll off to? Yeah, right under the chair, where it is most inconvenient. Getting up and down like that definitely takes a lot more effort than it used to. All right. At least these are easy to undo the lark's head knot because one end is undone entirely. All right, let's see if I can remember to go ahead and super glue this one. So probably sometime this weekend, I might go ahead and start the off-brand, not really Lego build. And like I mentioned earlier, it's going to be the Taj Mahal. The set was fairly inexpensive. It's a 3,000 some piece set, but it was only like $30. So it's like, if I need to do something like that, that's a decent price. I really should start coming up with some place to display all of these. I'm thinking out in the shop, but that would require that I actually like clean it and start doing stuff out there, which I've been having issues with. All right, let's see. I think if I do the glue there, That should work. Let's see. Trick is to get it to start dispensing because I can't squeeze very easily anymore. All right, there we go. And then give it a little bit of a twist so that it bonds together. And hopefully this one won't come in tight anymore. I don't know if it's the same ones over and over, but it would not surprise me. Okay, that one looks like it's glued. Let's go ahead and re-roll this one. And we exchanged 7. We still have the rest to do. Yay, I remembered which one I was on. All right, let's get this past the leader knot because it's not going to want to go because it's glued to itself. There we go. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. All right. And sheds 1, 2, 5, 7, and 9 in reverse. So 1 and 2 on the top, and 3 and 4 on the bottom, and 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top, and 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top, and 10 and 11 on the bottom. Checksum looks good. I'm sure I was looking at those threads right, so it's an encouraging sign. And 1 and 2 on the bottom, and 3 and 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom, and 10 and 11 on the top. Checksum is good. There we go. And left side, it was 5, 11, and 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12, and 13. And sheds 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9 in reverse. So 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, and 6 on the top, and 7 on the bottom, and 8 and 9 on the top, and 10 and 11 on the bottom. Checksum is good. Yeah, some of these I gotta like really make sure that I'm counting them right so I don't screw it up. And since I did kind of like a scatter effect for the chains, it's not always that easy to be able to tell where I'm at. So 1 on the top, and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top, and 8 and 9 on the bottom, and 10 and 11 on top. Checksum is good. And we are ready for the next move. On to 40. On the right, we're going to exchange 3, 5, 7, and 15. Sheds 2, 3, and 7 reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 3, 7, 9, 13, 15, and 17. Sheds 3, 5, 6, and 8 are reversed. There we go. And let me see. All right. Gwen says that sounds like a good deal. All right. And okay, I did read off the move. So 5, 3, 5, 7, and 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And sheds 2, 3, and 7 reversed. All right, so 1 on the bottom, and 2 and 3 on the top, and 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top, and 8, 9, 10, and 11 on the bottom. Checksum is good. There we go. And 1 on the top, and 2 and 3 on the bottom, and 4, 5, 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, and 8, 9, 10, and 11. Checksum is good. And left side, we are going to do 3, 7, 9, 13, 15, and 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Oh, if you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, when you do get a chance, last night's live stream by Ian was pretty amusing. If you've ever been following the Eckerd versus Owens case, and Gingras has apparently become Cody's, I think it's Cody Wilson of DefCAD's lawyer as they file a counterclaim against Fudbusters. All right, so sheds 3, 5, 6, and 8 are reversed. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, and 4 on the bottom, and 5 and 6 on the top, and 7 on the bottom, and 8 on the top, and 9, 10, and 11 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And thank you very much, MLS. Appreciate the super chat. Let me catch that up as soon as I finish up this move. All right, and 1 and 2 on the top, and 3 on the bottom, and 4 on the top, and 5 and 6 on the bottom, and 7 on the top, and 8 on the bottom, and 9, 10, and 11 on top. Checksum is good. Pass this on through here. And we are ready for the next move. All right, and we are on to move 41. On the right, we're going to exchange 5, 11, 15, 17, and 19. Sheds 3, 4, and 7 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 5, 11, and 17. Sheds 4 through 8 inclusive are going to be reversed. All right, and MLS Making Law Simple says, Merry Christmas. Thank you very much for the super chat. And Melee says, hey, MLS Making Law Simple. Dave, just so you are aware, I've ordered another micro block building kit. This one's going to be the Taj Mahal. It should be here tomorrow. I'm going to pre-sort most of the parts before I start streaming it, but I will probably be doing that sometime over the weekend. If you feel like you want to drop in, just let me know, and I'll be happy to send you a link when I do that. If you don't want to, that's perfectly fine too. All right, so 5, 11, 15, 17, and 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like that one needs to be pulled out from between the blocks. There we go. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should also be 3D printing before the weekend is over again, or 3D printing again before the weekend is over. 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Thinking it's probably a pretty good chance this is going to be the last iteration of the pattern. All right, and sheds 3, 4, and 7 reverse. So 1 and 2 on the bottom, and 3 and 4 on the top, and 5 on the bottom, and 6 on the bottom, and 7 on the top, and 8, 9, 10, and 11 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And 1 and 2 on the top, and 3 and 4 on the bottom, and 5 on the top, 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, and 8, 9, 10, and 11. Checksum is good. All right, and we got the L there for uncivil law and the U there for uncivil law. All right, left side, we're going to exchange 5, 11, and 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Five, 6, 7. So let's try this again. Get pinched there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. All right, and sheds 4 through 8 are reversed. This should be pretty easy. 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the top, and 9, 10, and 11 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And 1, 2, 3 on the top, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom, 9, 10, and 11 on top. Checksum is good. And we are ready for the next move. On to 42. On the right, we're going to exchange 7, 9, 13, 15, and 17. Sheds 4, 6, and 8 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 7 through 17 inclusive, and sheds 6, 7, and 8 are reversed. All right, and back there. And Gwen says, MLS, making law simple, Merry Christmas. And Ive Cheng says, hi. Hello, Ive Cheng. Good to see you on here. And Gwen says, hello, Ive Cheng. I think I saw you on in the chat on Laid Back Law this afternoon, or noontime if you're on the East Coast. All right, so 7, 9, 13, 15, and 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. 15, 16, and 17. Sheds 4, 6, and 8 are reversed. A couple of them aren't quite touching the floor, but they are touching the lower rail on the base of the Taka-Dai. All right, so 4, 6, and 8 are reversed. So 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, and 4 on the top, 5 on the bottom, 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, and 8 on the top, and 9, 10, and 11 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And 1, 2, 3 on the top, 4 on the bottom, 5 on the top, 6 on the bottom, 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and 9, 10, and 11. Checksum is good. And let's see, this one looks like either, okay, that one just got pinched. Okay, that's why it was hanging loose. All right. Excuse me. And left side, 7 through 17 are exchanged. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. Nine, 10. 11, 12. 13, 14. 15, 16, and 17. Since I mentioned YouTube Shorts earlier, one of the ones I get, one of the channels I get fed up regularly on YouTube Shorts is No Panic Button, which is a blacksmith, bladesmith guy from Wisconsin who handles all the roles of his shop characters as him with different like voices and personalities. He actually does a really good job of being able to differentiate in between them. But anyway, apparently this was, as near as I can tell, a real incident from about 9 months back where he homeschools. He took like his 13 and his 15-year-old to McDonald's, and apparently a out of uniform truant officer with a unmarked police car decided he was going to take in the guy's kids. And from his viewpoint, some crazy guy was kidnapping his kids. So apparently he managed to, when the guy was coming for the older kid, grabbed the guy and checked his car's rear blinker fluid with his face, or with the guy's face, and then started expressing how bad an idea it was. And apparently, I don't know how it actually turned out, but apparently the truant officer was in a fair amount of trouble over that, and they were wanting to see what it would take to get the channel guy to drop it quietly, which apparently had some pretty stringent conditions if he was going to go for it. But again, I don't know how it turned out. Don't know if it was just for content, but he did show a quick glimpse of the rear taillight, and it was indeed broken. And the guy actually had a cut on the back of his hand, which was lends sort of credence to it. But again, it could just be for content. And shed 6, 7, and 8 a reverse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 on the bottom, and 6, 7, and 8 on the top, and 9, 10, and 11 on the bottom. Oops, if I do that the right way through, checksum is good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top, and 6, 7, and 8 on the bottom, and 9, 10, and 11 on top. Checksum looks good. Yeah, since my voice seems to be pretty much stabilized, even though it feels like it's a little off to me, I'm thinking it probably is the Symbicort I've been taking to deal with my asthma. All right, we are ready for the next move. On to 43. Let's see, it's about 8:20, so I'll probably wrap up move after this so that I can redirect you folks over to Friday Night Frenzy. All right, and on the right, we're going to exchange 9, 15, and 21, shed 7 and 9 are reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 9 and 13 through 19, and shed 7 and 8 are reversed. There we go, and let me see, let me catch up real quick here. I think this is where we left off. Erica Olson says, hello, Torin, Gwen, Meili, Philip, Ive Cheng, and MLS. And Meili says, hey, Erica. And Ive Cheng says, sorry, wasn't me. I was dealing with PTSD today. I am sorry to hear that. I hope that you're able to deal with things better because it sucks. And Meili says, be right back. Dad forgot one of his hockey gloves. No worries on that. You're probably back by now. And Meili says, hey, Ive Cheng. And Ive Cheng says, hey, Erica Olson. While I'm thinking about it, Marmar did say she was going to try and pop on the stream, but given what's going on, I entirely understand if she's not able to make it on. But if you see her online or wherever, give her your support. For those that don't know, she got married to Dr. Moo finally, and Dr. Moo passed away the next day. So she definitely needs some love and support. All right, and 9, 15, and 21. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I feel comfortable I'm able to say that because they were talking about it on Ian's channel last night. And a lot more people see his channel than mine. A lot more. All right, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. All right, and just shed 7 and 9 reverse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the bottom, and 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, 9 on the top, and 10 and 11 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And got pinched in between, I think. Or did it unroll too far? That might have just been an unroll too far. Let's see. Nope, it looks like it was just pinched. Okay. Just didn't look like it the first time through. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the top, 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, 9 on the bottom, and 10 and 11 on the top. Checksum is good. There we go. And this one got pinched again. Just free that one up. There we go. All right, left side, we're going to exchange 9 and 13 through 19. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And shed 7 and 8 reverse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom, and 7 and 8 on the top, and 9, 10, and 11 on the bottom. Checksum is good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the top, and 7 and 8 on the bottom, and 9, 10, and 11 on top. Checksum is good. Go. And the U and the L for uncivil law seems to be showing up a lot better now. All right, we are ready for our last move of the night, which is 44. On the right, we're going to exchange 11, 19, and 21. Shed 8 is reversed. Left side, we're going to exchange 15, 17, 19, and 21. Sheds 8, 9, and 10 are reversed. We're about to start into B-fish. All right, and excuse me, John wants to clamp up. All right. Erica says, so sad. Rest in peace, Dr. Moo. And Jeff at Legal Vices. Yes, indeed. And Gwen says, looking really good, Torin. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. So get the mouse out of view so I can read what it is I'm doing, because my memory is not that good. All right. So 11, 19, and 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, 20, and 21. And there we go. And Philip Martin, I see your question, and I will answer it as soon as I'm done with this braid through here. All right, shed 8 is reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the bottom, 8 on the top, and 9, 10, and 11. Checksum looks good. Yeah, I think I'll re-roll some of these after the stream tonight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top, 8 on the bottom, and 9, 10, and 11 on top. Checksum is good. All right, left side, we are going to exchange 15 through 21 inclusive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16. Seventeen, 18. Excuse me. 19, 20, and 21. Oh, it's also been snowing a little bit here. It's been sticking a bit, but it's also very slushy. What has been sticking. I don't know if we've got any like real measurable accumulation or if it's just a light dusting. All right, sheds 8 through 10 are reversed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the bottom, and 8, 9, and 10 on the top, and 11 on the bottom. Checksum is good. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the top, and 8, 9, 10 on the bottom, and 11 on top. Checksum is good. Go. Yeah, that one's finally past the leader knot. That's just about the, I'm thinking almost the last one that is reaching the end of its leader. All right, we are going to show you the move for the next stream, which will be 45. On the right, we'll exchange 15. Shed 9 is reversed. On the left, we're going to exchange 17 and 19. Sheds 9 and 10 are reversed. And we are almost done with the channel logo and starting into B-Fish. All right. And let's switch back to here. All right. So out of curiosity, how do you decide how long to make the braids? I know Danny's needs to be long enough to be a belt, but how do you decide for others? I admit that a lot of the braids I do for myself wind up being belts for like medieval garb or stuff like that. So that kind of tends to give me the impression of how long I want to do it. Plus, when I started out, I was using like DMC cotton embroidery floss, which are like 8 meters of skein. So I would do like, full length skeins, and that would be the length I'd wind up, I mean, whatever the finished one was, which would probably be closer to about 5 meters. Which, let's see, 5 meters, or I'm trying to remember. I'm not getting the conversions done, but they were fairly long, and I tend to like double them over, and then maybe 2 of them, 2 skeins per tama doubled over. That tend to be like a reasonable length where you could use as a belt or something useful to tie. I can make short ones a lot easier. They do make dyed silk threads and dyed rayon threads that are pre-cut lengths, so that you get the right length for an obi tie on a kimono. I mean, it could be pretty much any length you want it to be. The reason this one's going to be like probably on the ballpark of about 3 feet long is Kurt didn't seem really all that interested in it. I did use, I think, the double ones in case he wants to use it to like wrap it around something. But I figured he'll use it as a prop for his channel, kind of like maybe Jeff did, or maybe somewhere else. Maybe just, keep it as a memento or whatever. So I figured 3 feet long would probably be doable for that. Plus, I wanted to, I've been really slow on my braiding this last year, so I wanted to speed up a little bit. So I did a shorter braid as well for that. So that's kind of what my thinking was on that. And Gwen says this morning we woke up to several inches of snow on the ground. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with the ability to get around relatively easily. I believe you've had some mobility issues recently, so hope it doesn't cause you problems. And Eric Olson says, "Brr, too cold." Yeah, it's actually fairly cold in the house. Our roommate needs it kept relatively cool. And since it doesn't actually make me ill, I just kind of bundle up. That's why I'm always wearing jackets and stuff like that. And of course, when it gets hot, it gets too hot for me. And the roommate does have AC in her room, but I have to go out to the garage for the AC out there. And Gwen says, "Yeah, it's cold up here." And Philip Martin, appreciate the answer. Makes sense. Hey, I'm happy to explain my thinking on anything if I remember what it is, because sometimes I don't. But it's good to have you all in here. It looks like it's about 8:35. So my guess is that probably Friday Night Frenzy is starting just about now, and if not, hopefully it's not too long. So if you guys head over to that lobby or chat, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Thanks everybody who stopped on here. I really appreciate that. Probably have at least one more braiding stream this weekend or 2. I want to get this done before Christmas is over. And I will probably have a off-brand micro building blocks stream of some type or another this weekend as well. Thanks again, everybody, for stopping by. Good thoughts to you as you deal with the loss of Jeff or Dr. Moo, or both, depending on which ones you knew and had experience with. Thanks again, everybody, for stopping by here. It makes me feel a lot better, and I hope it helps you folks as well. And always, everybody, stay safe and happy braiding. Whoops, forgot that. There we go. Take care, and thanks for streaming tonight. And back again to the tagline. As always, everybody, stay safe and happy braiding.